Here are my 3 reasons why the Miami Dolphins will reach the AFC Championship game this year.
Go on.
Reason number 1 why the Dolphins are going to be playing in the AFC Championship game is because it's year number 2 of the Adam Gase era. Look, I've been to all of these buildings over the past few years. There'd be no more exciting, more demanding, more invigorating building to be in than the one they've got down in Davie, Florida. And that is because of their head coach. This guy is 39 years old. And last year, the Dolphins were just scratching the surface before Ryan Tannehill's injury submarined their season. It may sound like a backhanded compliment, but what they've got going down there, it's like a college team. And he is like a college coach. And for whatever reason, they're buying in. You'd think that these adults would be rolling their eyes, but it's a college atmosphere, and he holds everybody accountable and tells them, your job isn't safe. Your job is not safe. Last year, they released 2 starting offensive linemen during the season because Gase wasn't happy with the way they were playing. He gets the very most out of his players. And the fact that no one is talking about the Dolphins right now, that's exactly what this guy does to fuel the fire and get them going. Over the last 11 games of last year, the Dolphins were 3rd in the league in rushing. They had the 3rd best turnover ratio. And it may seem like all fire and brimstone, but Gase, he's a winner. I mean, everywhere he goes, his teams end up winning. I would push my chips in on him. And I would push my chips on the fact that they are being disrespected in the media. Like, we talk about them here on the show just a little bit. Just a little bit. You hear from Dolphins fans like, why don't you talk about us? They know that. They're aware. Last year, there was these odds about the Dolphins going on to the playoffs. When Tannehill went down, there was a 1% chance that the Dolphins would make the Super Bowl. Yeah, of course they lost to the Steelers. They didn't have their quarterback. But don't think those players don't remember, and don't think Adam Gase doesn't remember. Reason number 1 why the Dolphins are going to be a team to be reckoned with this year, Adam Gase. Reason number 2 why the Dolphins will reach the AFC Championship game this year, because on paper, they have as loaded a roster as any team in the AFC not called the New England Patriots. You go roster spot by roster spot. This Dolphins team is loaded. Look, Ndamukong Suh hasn't won a playoff game. We get that. He's still one of the best defensive players in the entire sport. Mike Pouncey probably is the best center in the entire sport. Jay Ajayi could end up leading the league in rushing this year. And the receivers, particularly Landry, Stills, and Parker, they might be the top trio in the entire NFL. You add in Julius Thomas going back to Adam Gase, where he had his best seasons in Denver, and this offense is going to be vastly improved. The defense, you've got an underrated Rashad Jones at safety. You've got an emerging bunch of linebackers, and then you've got the veteran linebackers in Lawrence Timmons, Kiko Alonso, and Cameron Wake. It is star after star after star. We're talking talent oozing from every spot of the depth chart. I know this isn't fantasy football, but on paper, this team is built to win. And reason number 3.
Where is he?
Reason number 3 why the Miami Dolphins are going to the AFC Championship game this year is our boy Cuddy. Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler, what a story this would be, and what a story it will be. Cutler, guy gets a bad rap, right? He gets a bad rap, and I'm here defending the man. I understand. There's a lot of things about body language, a lot of things about not winning the big game. All right, let me put you in Jay Cutler's shoes. You're 26 years old. You're single. You live in Chicago, you're the quarterback of the Bears, and you're told midway through your 3rd or 4th season there that, yeah, you're diabetic. You've got to deal with that now as well. Well, guess what? You might not handle that great, and you might not figure that's a lot to handle, and you might not be able to just move on. Fast forward a few years, you've got your diabetic situation in control. You know how to own your life with that. You also have 3 kids and a wonderful wife, and you're now in an offensive scheme that is maximized by the guy who got the best out of you that one season you were together. Oh, add in that you're playing in Miami where the weather is going to be good for your body, and the fact that you're not a dumb kid. You are now a mature adult leader, and this offense is now yours. And guess what? It's the most talented offense you've ever been with. I'm losing my breath here defending Cutler. I'm losing it here. Look, it's going to be a 1-year contract. He's essentially playing for his own legacy in this deal. He's got all his chips on the table. And the feedback that we're getting on media and everything is that this guy's a clown. Guess what? This is going to be the greatest redemption story of 2017. It's going to be one that we haven't seen since Jim Plunkett bounced back from being a failed first overall pick to winning 2 Super Bowls with the Raiders. This is the story that is worth tracking in 2017, and I think Cutler's numbers will be worthy of watching, too. I know I'm an unabashed, unbiased Cutler defender. I love the dude, and I think he's going to be great. But I also know that that locker room is looking for a leader, and he could be the guy. The Ryan Tannehill injury sucked for everyone, but Cutler can get this team out of the cellar and into the AFC Championship game. Those are my 3 reasons why. The
I'm
Dolphins.
so in on this.
Pretty good.
I got nothing.
You got fired up. What do you, Nate? You got your
Okay,
this year.
I got my notes.
The last 11 games last year, they won 9 of them. They can improve on that.
So let me see if I got this right. 3 reasons why the Miami Dolphins are going to get to the AFC Championship game. Okay, it's they're just scratching the surface. They're completely going to open up the briefcase of Gase, right? That's what you're saying to me?
Briefcase of Gase.
All right. When it comes to the talent, this is number 2. It's like the law firm, Landry, Stills, and Parker. Those guys are legit. And then you're saying they're going to shoot the JHI while they pounce you all over you. Kiko will wake you up because you said those guys are a great combination. And if you don't like it, you can consume me. That's your number 2 reason, all right? And then number 3, you got to cut it on Cutler. Okay? The guy has the most talent he's ever played with.
Emotional.
He's going to be cutting up defenses all year because of the talent that's surrounding him. Did I get it right?
You got it right. Those are Kay, you have been with the Dolphins since last year.
For you.
This is it. I mean, I feel like the Texans are going to be solid this year. I'm not sure Tom Savage or Watson is the guy. Look at the Raiders. They had a lot of success last year.
Yeah.
Can they duplicate it?
Their schedule is a lot harder this year than last year, but now they do have Jay Cutler. And if he can be the leader that you have confidence that he can be, I'm here for it.
Patriots are the best, Kyle, but the rest is wide open.
Steeler fans falling into Ed P. Strags right now, Peter. It's a strong nation sliding in. That was incredible, man. I love it. I got fired up. I did. I got fired up. I want to see it.
Okay, that spins up.
Feed it.
Dolphins
It's there.
beat the Steelers last year. Come at us. I
Come
like
at
it.
us.
Great
Good
job
job,
by
Peter.
Peter Schrager on 3 reasons why.